Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us back here at the Larry Studios of Self-Defense. Today we would like to cover, as requested, we have combination number 6, combination number 7, and opinion 1. The first combination will be combination number 6, delivering a front kick to our opponent and getting out of the way. I'll go into more details on that in just a second. Combination number 7. Creating distance first, then throwing a swift side kick and getting out of the way further. And then our first form will be covered today, which will be an introduction to the first half of opinion 1. We'll follow up in our next session with combination number 3 and the second half of opinion 1. In order to begin with opinion 1, though, I will have to demonstrate your half mooning with a front punch, and cat stance. So we're going to cover a lot of stuff in this session. Follow along as best you can. Feel free to pause at any time. Enjoy. Thanks very much. So the first thing we're going to do is, as with any lesson, we're going to start in our front position. Front position, we bob. Then we're going to step out, as demonstrated before in previous videos, into our horse stance. Because you're in a good tight chamber, we're in a good horse stance. From here is where we throw all our front punches, thrust punches, tiger claws, our front kicks. Notice my hands come up on guard to throw the kicks. This is also something we do when we're performing combinations. Now, you'll notice when I throw my front kick, I shift my weight, find my balance, throw my kick, come back to balance in the flamingo, and back to our horse stance again. This way we're not guessing. We don't want to guess with our balance, we don't want to guess going through any of our movements. So as we're doing combination number 6 and combination number 7, you're going to notice that we find our balance before we throw our kick, regain our balance, and then follow through with our next movements. So let's get to it. Combination number 6. Our hands are up on guard. We have an opponent attacking us. We're going to shift to one side, finding our balance. We draw up into our flamingo, deliver a right front kick, back to flamingo, then we cross and back away at a 45-degree angle. So we're in our horse stance with our hands on guard. We're going to shift our weight, flamingo, deliver that front kick to the groin or to the top of the thigh, cross and cover away from our opponent, creating space and giving us time to evaluate the situation. That's combination number 6. I'm going to change the angle of this. Our hands are up on guard. We shift. I throw my front kick. I cross and back away, crossing and covering at a 45-degree angle. Just so you can see my feet here, I'll back up a little bit. We shift, flamingo, front kick, cross, and cover. Now the cross and cover itself is an important thing. I've seen some students that come in and they'll cross and cover behind themselves. The idea being is that we want to cross, putting the heavy muscle of the thigh in front of the groin so we can't take a shot, a kick, a punch, whatever, any attack that the opponent might have towards the groin. So as we're moving away from our opponent, we're putting our thigh muscle in front of the groin and then backing into a safe distance. Now, so that was combination number 6. Practice it a few times, go over it a little bit, and we'll come back and we'll start combination number 7. Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to work on combination number 7. Now the difference between combination number 6 and combination number 7, combination number 6 is a very tiger, very forward-thinking, very dominant kick. We're kicking our opponent, we're crossing, and we're covering out of the way. We're trusting that that kick is going to stop our opponent. Now we see the attack coming. What if we don't? What if we're caught off guard? First thing we want to do in any self-defense situation is create a little space, especially when you're caught unawares. So, what we're going to do, we're going to step off the track. We're going to start in our horse stance because this is our standard training position. Our hands are up on guard, just like in combination number 6. Keep our hands up, not too high. We don't want anybody pushing our fists into our face. Just below our chin, just in front of our heart. We're going to shift, shift, feel our balance, feel that relationship to the floor. So our hands are up on guard. We're in a position, ready. Get surprised with that opponent coming in. We're going to step off the track. Now I'm stepping off the track with my foot at an angle. Like if I was in a box, it would be from corner to corner. A nice 45-degree angle. So now I'm going to bring up, deliver my side kick, and then I'm going to cross and cover away from my opponent. So my hands are up on guard. I'm going to step off the track, flamingo, side kick, cross and cover. Now on the end of any combination we do a nice loud ki. So we're going to step off that track, boom, flamingo, ki, cross and cover. Ready position. Creating space away from our opponent, putting ourselves in a safe position, making sure we find our balance each time. As I step off that track, I shift my weight. I bring myself up into this balanced position. Step up, bring myself into balance, deliver my kick, cross and cover. Always keeping our hands up on guard, always ready for the next attack that could come. Take this, combination number 7, practice it a few times, go over it, come back. We'll start some half mooning with front punch, some basic footwork, and get us on our way. Okay, good. Okay, welcome back. We're going to take the next step here. We've done combination number 6, we've done combination number 7. Now we're going to go from our horse stance, which you're all familiar with, and we're going to slide this right foot straight back. Notice I didn't swing the foot behind me at an angle. I'm going to step straight back. So my stance is still the width of my horse stance. My knees are bent, my back foot is at an angle, same sort of angle as we did whenever we stepped off the track for combination number 7. My front foot is pointing straight ahead. Now, this is a half moon stance. If you watch the video on Intro to Stances, you were shown a half moon stance. Weights evenly distributed, 50-50. I feel good about moving my weight forward. I feel good about stepping back. The idea is I'm mirroring my stance as I come forward and backwards, okay? I'm moving into a position where I'm controlling where my feet go, controlling where my feet go. Backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. We can move with this. We can move forward with a punch. We can move backwards with a punch. We can move forward with a block. We can move backwards with a block. We can switch sides. Switch sides. We can change directions. A lot of things we can do from this half moon stance. Interesting part that will come up is it's in pretty much everything we do in your whole journey. White belt through black belt. There's rarely a day that you would come to class that you wouldn't experience some sort of half mooning. Whether it's practicing with your partner, half mooning in with a front punch, half mooning in with a front kick. We'll get to that later. But the half mooning in with a front punch, you want to keep that focus. You want to focus on the center of your opponent. You want to imagine your bad guy, your opponent in front of you. You want to think about punching right at that bad guy. Focusing your strikes, making sure there's good form, good shape, good posture. Posture is very, very important in the martial arts. Okay, so we're half mooning forward and a front punch. Notice it's a half of a circle, half of a circle, half of a circle, half of a circle. Some people do it with a V. A V, okay? I like to do it with a half circle. We're actually lifting our toes a little bit. And we're placing our heel first, and then our weight goes to the front of our foot. Heel, toe. Heel, toe. It's almost like we're skating across the floor with our feet. Not dragging it. We're not dragging the side of our foot, but we're lifting it either like a snow ski or like a water ski, where it's just planing across the top of the floor. Good. So our head's up, our hands are up on guard. We're half mooning.